Hello, Stampers. This is Becky Hahn at Becky's Stampin' Studio in Davenport, Iowa. And I want to welcome you to my premiere episode of Fri-yay Fun Day with Becky. I've been wanting to do a weekly video and decided Fridays were a good day to have some fun. So if you'll check back next Friday, I will try to get these recorded and posted on YouTube by 1 o'clock Central Time. So I hope you'll join me. If you'd like any other information or to see any other samples, you can check out my blog at beckysstampinstudio.blogspot.com. So I hope you'll join me. So stay with, and we'll get started with today's fun project. Today we're going to do something called a mounted double gatefold. I have done these in the past as a double gatefold, but this one is actually then mounted on a quarter sheet of cardstock. So the ones we've done in the past, I think I meant to grab one, actually are done with, here's one, with DSP. Let me kind of set this aside. And we would take the whole piece of designer paper and make our gatefold and then fold it back. So to me, this is a traditional double gatefold. And they're done different ways. I think I saw I had another one. Of course not. Oh, yes, I do. This is one where I cut the corner from the side and put it down here. This too then is a double gatefold. But today we're going to do the double gate, but mount it on a quarter piece of cardstock. Julie Davison did this one, so I copied hers first, and then I will be showing you one that I've created on my own. Her version, and mine as well, is using the wonderful Gingerbread and Peppermint bundle. It's actually called the Frosted Gingerbread Bundle, and it is on page 9 of the July to January mini catalog. It's also featured right now on the front page for October of our website. So you can see some of the cool papers and accessories. It's a really, really nice suite. So the stamp set is called Frosted Gingerbread. It has cookies, so to speak, and peppermints, because it's called the Gingerbread Peppermint is the paper. Some really nice greetings. Happy holidays. Wishing you Merry Christmas. You're the icing to my gingerbread. And sending you peppermint kisses. And then a gorgeous border here. And it also has, obviously, some coordinating dies. I like to mount mine onto vent covers, and then I keep them with the stamps. So there's many stamps. You've got a really pretty icing stamp, as well as the outline in the star, the ornament, the bell, and the snowflake. And then there's little details that you can cut out your own peppermints. But oh wait, Stampin' Up has something even better. We have Designer Series paper. And with this Designer Series paper, you can cut out ornaments, cut out gingerbread colored snowflakes. Look at that. And on the back side is a nice print. These colors are Real Red and Old Olive. Here's another piece with bells and ornaments. And see, you've got the little mints you can cut out. And the back side of this is a nice little red and green. Problem is when I cut out some of these, I would like to use the paper. If we use the paper, then you don't have these to cut out. So I have 2 packs. This is another sheet of cutout paper with 2 colors of snowflakes in your gingerbread bells, along with some peppermints. And then you've got kind of an icing looked. This is on cinnamon cider. Here's another cinnamon cider pattern. What's on the other side? Oh, some little mints in peppermints in red and old olive. I'm going to be using this piece today because it has a mixture of all the different cookies. And then a nice little plaid. Oh, love this bright red. I love our real red, especially at Christmas time anyway. And then you have some gingerbread icing looking things. There's some Christmas trees you can fussy cut out. There's no dies for these. I took a class in August and we even used this little strip of peppermints to embellish our cards. And then you have another plaid. I love, there's just 4 colors and you can mix and match and use as you wish. This is 6 by 6, as you can see. I think I had this one already. Yes. Here's red and green and small and large. There's a die that will cut out 3 at once, a diagonal, and some icing. So it's tons of fun to use the paper. There is also another paper that coordinates in the suite, and it's a package of craft. It looks like old, we don't see them very much anymore, shopping bags, trash bags. This is truly a craft cardstock. So why would you want to use it? Well, first of all, it matches our Memories and More, which right now is on back order. I'd show those to you. But you can, I love this, you can make your own frosted looking cookies. So if you cut out a shape, you can cut out the detail from white. And if you have some of our retired white glimmer paper or white glossy paper, oh, what a neat dimension. And of course, you don't have to make it white. You could make it red or olive or whatever color you want. Here's the snowflake. Here's the bell. And I wanted to show you how one of those is put together before we get started. This is the ornament cut from the craft paper. And here is a piece of white. And what I have done is I placed on the back side, and it's got stamped, a piece of adhesive, double-sided adhesive. I have had mine forever. Stampin' Up used to sell it looking like this. I'm not sure what it looks like, but it's a sheet that's sticky on both sides. Place it on whatever color frosting you want because this is so detailed. And then you run it through and then you peel it. Let me see what kind of luck I have. Oh, good. Good luck. So then you peel off the back, and as you peel off the back, notice how all the little pieces are popping off. And no, it's completely clear. And then what you do is you take your sticky frosting. Oh, this is going to be good. Not too bad, it's a little crooked. And stick it right down. And so no glue, no fuss, no muss, so easy. And so you have all these neat gingerbread looking ornaments. Isn't that fun? I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's be thinking about, and I will show you the other one. Okay, we're going to do what I'm calling a mounted double gatefold. So what you're going to need to make this with me later, that's why I sent out a survey to see if you'd rather do this live, and I think most people decided they would like for me to do it and record it. So you're going to need a long piece, 4 1/4 by 11. So what I did is you're going to cut a regular sheet of cardstock in half lengthwise. I always put that in my directions. And you're also going to need 1/4 of a piece. So either keep the other lengthwise for another card or just cut out another full quarter sheet, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which I didn't put in there because I just put quarter piece. I've used cinnamon cider. Then we'll score in a minute. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of designer series paper, just these little strips. And like I said, I was cut them out of this little pattern. You will need also 2 pieces of designer series paper that are 1 3/4 by 4. You need 2. And I haven't decided which color I need, so we'll decide as I go. So that is my coordinating cardstock. That's 3 inches square. My apologies for not doing this in order. Basic white. You have a piece that's 3 1/4 by 1/4 for the inside, and that does go in this way. And you have a square that's 2 3/4 for the front. Scraps are if you're going to stamp anything to put on the front. Okay? Mounted double gatefold. So we're going to start with the scoring. Kind of set all my pieces over here. I hope this cinnamon cider isn't too dark. I try to select colors that you can easily see where I'm going. All right, I usually start at the bottom when I'm scoring. I kick my cutting blade up to the top. This is our wonderful paper trimmer. So it says score at 2 inches, 3 3/4 inches. And now I've got to go up to the top because so I open my arm and it's 7 1/4. Do not grab cutter, Becky. Score here and 9 inches. All right. And that's all I need. So that has scored the whole base. Then we need our bone folder. So this the outside pieces, you'll fold away. And I like to just move down the way. So it's kind of an accordion look. Remember, it's a gatefold. Okay. Really get those creased well. I like to crease on both sides. And then we'll fold the other end away. The nice thing about scoring is you can always refold it if you need to. Okay. And so I'm going to do the other side of this one. And the other side of this one. Okay. So a gatefold would generally be just this, but we've got it folding back. Now, ideally, the creases meet in the middle and the edges, oh, this one does. They don't all. Okay, so that piece is scored and ready. Now we're going to shift to the mounting piece, which is just a totally 1/4 piece of cardstock. And I'm going to take those little 3/4 inch strips. And this is great. I'll show you one I did with the expressions in ink and the pretty pumpkin in case you're still into fall. Once October hits, I start shifting to Christmas and the holidays. So all my classes and probably my samples for October will be holidays, Christmas. Okay, so I'd like to do that first. That's just a tip because now we're going to take the fold. I love to use my seal for this. You can use tear tape as well. And it looks like I got a little beyond my, because it does go beyond. If you look at the fold, it goes 1/4 inch beyond. Can you see that? Okay. So the way I put this in is I hold it like this. You want to line it up between the two pieces of designer paper, and it's even on both sides. And now you've got your base. Okay. Now, if you find, and I can see mine is, that you've got folds are like this. You have to be willing to work with it a little bit. If you find that bothers you, you can trim it. See, this one is smooth and it's doing just fine. Okay, then next we start building. I decided to use red on my flaps. Probably should have thought about making sure the print. Oh, but you know what? I had decided to use the green. Okay, well, this one has the red, and I'll do the green because I liked the pattern in it. All right, so we're doing a different spiel here. On the inside, If you want, you could add pieces here. You can measure that and see what that is. This is the piece. And if you want to double layer it or just leave it, see, now there is a gorgeous die that's kind of a lacy icing. You could cut that. I did not put it on sticky stuff, and you could just stamp directly on the cinnamon. Isn't that pretty? This is not like Becky to create on the fly. I mean, yes, it's in my head, but I usually work from a sample. Okay, so I am going to go ahead. Oh, this is a square, so it doesn't really make any difference. So I have a white piece. Getting to the end of my seal. All right, so this is where I'm having to figure out what I want to do. I cut out from the designer paper some ornaments. I have a cinnamon one, and I have this. You know what? I think I'm going to use these two that are both, but I also have my cool ones over here. I don't like the fact I should have cut them out of cinnamon, so we'll just save those. And I'm going to add these. I guess a bell kind of rings, doesn't it? Let's go this way with it. And I love to pop things up. I had my dimensionals. Here they are, I thought. Now, on the one that Julie did, she stamped Happy Holidays and added it to that. And I like the detail on this one with the cutout pieces. So I'm not going to add a sentiment to the outside, but I am going to add some bling. My stamping group is called the Glitter Gal Gang. And part of that, oh, look, it does really match pretty well. And part of that is because we used to have a lot of loose glitter, and I glittered up everything. I bling it all up. So we're going to put adhesive on half of this. And center it. And with the plaid and the whatever, I can kind of match it up a little bit. Let's hope I don't have, good, I don't, any hanging over the edge. It's always the risk you have. Okay, well, we have some wonderful gems. These are red and kind of a clear. And then we also have, that would work well with this, our red rhinestones. They're a little smaller. You know what? I used these on the other one, so let's just use our red rhinestones on this one. Let's see. You want to work in odd numbers. Now, these are all the same size, and you get mucho of them. I guess I should say beaucoup. I used to teach French. So you can use a lot of them because they don't disappear very fast. 5. Okay. 6. 7. Okay. Oh, all those little designs in there are so much fun to do whatever. Okay, well, we don't want to neglect the inside. So inside, I decided I was going to stamp "You're the icing to my gingerbread." So I'm going to ink that up in real red. Okay, and I had some place. there are also little gems that you can add. And I had thrown in a couple of my... These little acrylic pieces are really fun. You can put them on the inside of your die cut, like this. But since this is the inside, I don't want to add any height to it. So this is another item that we'll have to play with later as I work with this. Okay, so let's just... Oh, and I had another one. Oh, I know where it is. Because I want to work with that odd number. When I have extra pieces, I put them in my stamp case. I have one that we punched out of this in this class, and then we added crystal, the crystal effects to it. So let's see. That's kind of a neat effect. I'm trying to figure out with two big ones how to do this. That works. We'll just leave it. And there you've got the inside. Can you see the sparkle on that ornament? It makes that, there it is. That works really, really nice. So here is our mounted double gatefold. Now, no matter how much I crease, you could, if you wanted, to put adhesive here to hold this down, but I kind of like how it opens. Or you can also use, one of my favorites are these clear, small Velcro dots. Velcro, I think they're made by Dritz. I get them at the Sewing Notions area, and they're real small, and you can just put them on. But I found I did that on my other two cards, and it keeps the front closed, but it doesn't keep the sides down. So here's my version with the Frosted Gingerbread Suite. There is also ribbon. It's crinkly ribbon. Just looks like it's, if I had flipped it over and used the green. Nope, less is more. So anyway, there's all kinds of options. So this is this one I did today for you. Okay, where's the other one? It's not, here it is, materializing. This is the one that I copied. Can you see it's still bouncing even though it's got an opening? And this uses the wonderful gems on the front. And there's the inside, sending you peppermint kisses. And for those of you who are still into Halloween, I did one using the pretty pumpkin. And I really like how it turned out. I used scraps. Here, let's open it first. I used scraps on those little ends. See how it's got a little bit of the gold in it? Okay, and I love this paper from Expressions in Ink. So I found the darkest pieces there. Notice you can't really see that Velcro dot, it disappears. And then inside I stamped a vine. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. I colored the pumpkins. The rhinestones on this actually come from the holiday rhinestone collection. And this color that I frequently use as yellow is actually pumpkin pie. And so that works out really nice as well. So I hope you've enjoyed my premiere episode of Fri-yay Fun Day with Becky. And will join me next week when I work on another project for your consideration. So have a great weekend. Have fun stamping, and I would love to hear your comments and suggestions and see your creations if you give this fold a try. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Bye.